Rick, just heading into tonight, first matchup obviously against this team this season, what areas of your game do you just want to see at that top level tonight?
Well, I think game management and consistency is something that I think we're getting better at, but that's the game we're trying to search for, the 16-minute of that. Obviously, protecting the guts of the ice a little bit better. I think, like I said, we've been improving on that, but those are the things that I'd like to see tonight.
With it being kind of the end of this long road stretch, how important is it that you just see 100% from these guys tonight, not having a game until next Saturday?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with this team just from even last year. I remember those last games of a long road trip. I'm pretty sure that we've had some really good games. I'm not really concerned. Sometimes coaches are concerned about that last game on a road trip, but for the most part, I've really respected the game plan of the players and their mindset in the last game. So they're not just like, hey, let's get home. They know there's work to be done tonight against a good team.
JT Miller's on the ice for optional. He's in.
Yeah, he looks like a problem. I mean, we'll do a game time, but we'll see how he is. I'll talk to him later today.
Do you think he'll be able to take draws or something you'll have to assess in game?
We'll probably assess it. Whatever we decide, I'm going to err on the side of caution.
What have you gotten from, you mentioned in Philly, I think, that you put Garland up with Pettersson in part to just sort of help him drive. What have you got from that line to this point?
Well, obviously some production there that, is getting us a goal and stuff like that. I think I've actually played him defensive zone faceoffs that they went out. I think with a guy like Garland, if you watch him throughout camp, it seems like every time I put him with a line, he kind of lifts people up. So that was kind of my theory. Now, whether I keep it for a long time, I don't know. But right now, they're on the ice for more chances for and against, and that's a good thing for us right now.
Is Dakota telling you about how he's feeling, and have you got any firmer idea when he might be available to play?
Yeah, I think today's going to be another kind of a hump day. He's going to do some pushing and shoving on the ice today with our guys. I don't know exactly the date, but obviously he's getting closer and closer, and he's starting to ramp up his mental aspect of I got to be ready here. And I think that's the big key. I think maybe a week ago, he's kind of in a rut, but I think he's getting over that rut right now, where it's getting close.
The last training camp he was healthy for, I know that his conditioning wasn't maybe what either of you wanted. Sure. Do you have any idea during this ordeal that he's been through whether he's been able to maintain his conditioning?
Yeah, I don't think it's dropped off too much. Obviously there's inactivity for a couple of weeks. It was tough, but I just think he's matured as a guy in the sense that he knows what he has to do over the last couple of years till now. And I watch him on the ice. He's just ramping up more. He's a big part for a guy that can win battles in the corners and PK guy and then in front of the net. That's the thing that we're really looking for when he gets back.
Rankin tonight?
Yeah.
You find when the guys come back to a place where they played in the past, it fires them up or inspires them a little bit more?
Yeah, that's a tough question because it goes both ways. It's to the individual. Some guys go back their place they can't play. And some guys they love to do it. So I don't know. You have to ask him how he feels about that.
Rick, you worked with Connor as a younger player, and you've had Höglander now for a year and a half. Was there any similarities? You described them both as buzzsaws on occasion, right?
Garland
and Höglander. Some of the stuff they do on the wall. Have you seen any similarities in terms of teaching that defensive side of the game, reining in sort of the wild horse elements, just whether it's as simple as stops and starts, not bombing down as F3?
Well, I think that's a really good, it's a good benchmark for Hoggy where to go, because if you look at Garland, when I had him in Arizona, he was a point guy. Really, he was just an individual guy that just did his own thing, and he wanted to be coached and be a complete player. So he keeps reminding me, he got, I don't know, somebody voted for him for the Selke. I think he was like 5th place or something, or he got a 5th place vote or something. And but I will tell you, like, I have no problem playing last minute of a game with an empty net. Like, that's how far Garland's gone, and I think that he's a benchmark for Hoggy. Where can Hoggy be in a position with 3 minutes left? There's a draw on our end. Can I leave him out there for the draw, knowing he's going to do the right thing? Is he there yet? Maybe not right there, but he's definitely a lot closer than he was last year. And I think Garland's a perfect example how he took his game to his identity to a different, where I'll be honest, he's one of our, he's been a really good defensively this year too, as much as he's driving play.
Be the guy at the heart, the seventh.
Connor Garland.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.